A long-term review of Mark the mid-handicap golfer's fitted ping clubs. Let's do it.
Let's do it now.
Hi everyone, James Robinson here. Guys, first things first, I can't believe it's only been a year since Mark got your full ping bag. Can you believe it's been, yeah, I thought it was like 18 months, nearly 2 years.
Yeah, no,
but it hasn't been that long. Guys, if you are new to the channel, please make sure you do take 2 seconds to hit that subscribe button below, ring the notification bell so that you don't miss any content, and if you like this video, Mark, just
stick a thumbs up.
Just give us a like, yeah, so we know that we're doing an okay / not terrible job. Yeah. In today's video, we're going to look at, I mean, it's my golf bag because it's carry only today, isn't it?
Carry only today, and I didn't bring a carry.
But Mark's full ping golf bag. So basically what we'll do, Mark, we'll play a few holes, we'll hit some shots, and we'll talk through if you like them or not.
Yep.
So what club would you hit here off the wonderful 7th hole?
Well, ordinarily, I'd take a 3-wood.
Yeah. Are we going to save that for later on in the video, or we're going to start off? We can't start off with it, can we?
Ordinarily, I'd probably take a 3-wood.
Yeah.
So I'm going to hit the driver.
Perfect. Driver's a good talking point. It is a ping. It's the G410, which we know is going to be superseded soon. Yeah. Pretty soon.
Yeah, indeed.
So how would you rate this as a 12-month driver being professionally fitted by Ping themselves? In fact, tee off first, and then we'll do it while we wander down. I might even hit one, Mark, as well. Not with yours, but with mine. Must say we have just played a few holes, and you hit the driver wonderfully, Mark.
Yeah, thank you. It's yes, the swing changes have really helped.
Drifting a bit, but not going to put you in any trouble, really, is it? Because the driver was an interesting spec as well, wasn't it?
It was, yes.
If people want to see the video, then I will link it below. That was, I think the general feedback was that people really enjoyed that video.
Yeah, that's right. Yes, interesting spec on this particular club.
What spec is it?
Well, it's the G410 Plus.
Yep.
It's just standard setup on the back. It's
yeah, the weight hasn't moved much, has it?
9 degree. There's no change on the actual adjustability of it. It's got the stiff
Ping Zone Alta shaft. Yeah.
Stiff shaft, but it was 3/4 of an inch shorter than standard.
Now,
the interesting thing.
We'll walk and talk with this. The idea behind that was it to get more centered strikes? Was it to hit more fairways?
It was to try and reduce the dispersion size that I had. That with the driver full length, I was putting it right an awful lot. But also
I'm going to play devil's advocate here and say that actually your golf game's just got better in the last 12 months as well.
Yes.
So how much of that's down to the fitted driver? Probably a bit. Maybe the fitted driver made you go and practice more potentially, which is always a factor. Definitely. But also people who are watching will know that you had the Maverick in the bag for a bit, didn't you?
I did.
And the Cobra for a week or so, just to test more than anything.
Them all out.
They were standard length, and how did you hit those?
Very well. I didn't get on particularly well with the Cobra, I have to say. Yeah. But the Maverick, I was really enjoying, and in actual fact, I started off thinking the Maverick was what was making me hit the ball further off the tee, because I started to hit quite a lot further. Yeah. Beginning of the summer. Yeah. It's only when I got the ping back out again to have a go with that, I found I was actually hitting it the same distance, sort of thing. Yeah. So hey, it wasn't the club, it was me.
Is the ping straighter because of the shaft length, would you say? Generally.
It was to start with. Yeah. I mean, they shortened the shaft essentially to give me a 3-wood shaft. Yeah. In the driver. And that absolutely helped last year. Yeah. You see, for me, I think it's interesting because it's taught you to square the club face up more. Yeah. And then you've progressed on. It's almost like you've learned to walk again, then run again, kind of thing. Yes, I think absolutely that was the case. So yeah, it was. I was hitting the ball straighter with the shorter shaft. It was a bit more consistent. Yeah. With dispersion. So out of 5 as a whole, how would you rate the driver as a review for 12 months being fitted for you? We're going to do this with all of them. I've just decided in my head now. Well, I have to say, probably a 5 out of 5.
Woo!
For me, I have to say.
5 out of 5?
Yeah.
You can't just start throwing 5s around like no one's business, Mark.
All right, 4.5.
4.5. No, we'll go with your first answer. We'll go with 5. So the next thing is probably going to be, you're going to be hitting an iron from here, I'd imagine. So we'll talk irons, and I suppose that means we talk I210.
The I210s,
which is still a current iron in pings. Well, they're all current at the moment, aren't they?
They're all current clubs, yeah.
And what did you get fitted for in those?
So these are the I210 standard loft.
You going to show us? You get yardage and I'll show people. So it was the I210 standard black, is it black dot that? Yeah, black dot. And that was, you actually got a 3-iron in those, didn't you?
I did.
Oh, I remember now, it was Miguel Angel Jimenez shaft, wasn't it?
Jimenez's shaft, yeah.
Jimenez shaft.
The NS Pro Modus 3 shaft, which was really interesting, because when we were choosing the actual head, I ended up saying that it was the I210 head.
Yeah.
But the shaft that we were using was a bit debatable, sort of thing. So we tested other shafts, and as soon as this shaft went in, all of a sudden the club started to feel, to me,
because the weight was a massive thing for you, wasn't it? What have we got here, Mark? Is it about 1? So downhill 9-iron?
It's probably a 9-iron. Yeah.
Yeah, I could caddy for you, Mark, couldn't I?
Yeah, but that means you've got to walk all the way around the golf course.
Yeah, I wouldn't fancy that, to be honest. No, maybe with a trolley, maybe with a buggy. How good's this? This is he's taking it over the outer bounds and drawn it in to about 7 foot.
Thank you.
Another 5 out of 5. The specs in those, I mean, we've kind of covered them, haven't we? The NS Pro and standard light angle.
Yes.
I think the way your game's progressed, you're better with your iron game's progressed not quite as much as your driver game, and I think we covered that in the video we shot earlier on. Would you change heads? Like, you know, if we said, right, as a review, 12 months stopgap, you can change out of them in something else, would you change?
I wouldn't automatically.
No.
Say I need.
It's not the irons, is it? I think the irons are good.
I think irons are pretty good. Yeah.
They're forgiving enough. They look good. They're sleek enough.
Yes, exactly.
Would you give them a rating?
Overall package, I like the irons a lot. I mean, they're a definite 4.
4. Is that because I ridiculed you for a 5?
No. I would put them at a 4, but only because I know I think I can get more out of them.
Okay.
And at the moment, I'm not getting as much out of them as I believe I can.
I tried to do similar to you, but it just didn't come back, did it?
If you've watched the previous video, you'll know that James gave me a shot on every hole. This particular hole, there is no shot.
Oh!
And he's ended up way beyond my ball.
I'll probably cut that out.
That's the sort of issue that I have at the moment with every single iron. I mean, it's not an issue, sorry. I mean, that's the great thing about where I am in my golf and these irons. I can hit with every iron that sort of brilliant shot. That is just perfect.
Yeah.
And I know I can do it with every single one of them. Yeah. The key is doing it all at the same time.
And that's a big thing, I suppose, knowing that when you put the right swing on them, that they work, is why you go and get fitted, Mark, isn't it? Like, plenty of times if irons are fitted incorrectly for you, or if you haven't got fitted for your clubs and you put a good swing on them and the ball doesn't go where you want it to, that's when you start to think...
It's very easy to say, well, it's the club that was the problem, not
so
me.
that's where the value is for me in club fitting. It's the confidence factor.
Yes, definitely.
Mark, we're going to talk 3-wood because there's not a hole on here what we're going to cover 3-wood on, and I really want to get it in. Because 3-wood was, I thought this was where Ping covered themselves in glory. And people are going to say, hey, so, if it focuses, people are going to go, hey.
Yeah.
They were really honest, weren't they?
They were very honest, which was very impressive, I have to say. Very impressive. I mean, who wouldn't want to sell a 3-wood to someone? But they...
I mean, sold you 5-wood, or, well, we sold a 5-wood.
Yes, we got 5-wood. But when I was sort of hitting the 3-wood so that they could measure the range and distance and dispersion and so on, he kind of said,
Can't beat it.
We can't beat it.
And funnily enough, I mean, you've not tried all the 3 woods on the market this year because of one reason or another, because we haven't managed to get together as much as we would have liked.
No, but it's still definitely
there, isn't it? Yeah.
I mean, it's performing so well that I haven't even chased you to try other clubs just to see what they're like.
Because we've been chased around for a couple, Mark, haven't we?
Yes,
over there. But funnily enough, you've always gone back. You've always gone back to pretty much the fitted bag. I mean, we're going to go wedges soon. Did you get fitted for a putter?
Yes, we did. Yes.
Right, well, I can't remember what that was.
I didn't end up with the fitted putter.
You didn't, right? Okay.
I didn't. No.
I mean, I'll tell you what, we'll go straight into the putter because you've got a. You know, it's getting closer. That we've not moved it. That's a 6 foot birdie putt.
Yeah.
And the putter was, to be honest, one that I tested and then you tested.
Yes. I mean, the putter fitting was great, but the specifications that they came up with. Ping only had a couple of putters in that specific specification, and I really didn't like
fancy them, did you? Yeah.
The style of them, but this particular putter fitted the specification and has worked. And to be honest, they are some of the best looking putters on the market as well. Yeah, it's very nice. So rather than wasting time with, you know, I brought my putter here for some reason, and my ball sat. I don't know why I don't know where it is. I think it was that bad a shot, to be honest. But we'll watch your birdie putt, Mark, and then I'll just try and chip it out of the rough with my putter. What a great shot that was from back there. Yep. You were clubbed to perfection. Spriggsy. That's just crazy. That's just crazy.
What are you saying about shots?
Yeah. When you're going up the slope, it's a lot easier.
This is way worse than what I thought it was, you know. Definitely not a putter.
So he's got 2 for a half.
Oh, we're playing a match? I didn't realise we were playing.
Oh, so close.
It's not about me in this video. So we've spoken about the 3 wood and the honesty of the fitter at Ping, which I don't know if it's unique. Like I'd like to think that most fitters would fit to the capacity, I suppose, or the capability. Yeah. What about the 5 wood? Because the 5 wood was an interesting one, although the 3 wood didn't generally work. The G410 5 wood's probably one of your favourites, is it?
Yes, yeah, I like it.
I don't want to put words in your mouth there, but
I like it. I don't use it very much.
Yeah.
Though, certainly not around here. But when I do use it, I do like it.
Is that, just pan that round for us, is it LS Tech or is it normal or SF Tech?
It's an SF, yeah. It's 19 degree.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And that's standard length, is it?
Standard length.
Standard 5 wood really, isn't it? Yeah.
It is, yeah, as you say, in the Ping stiff outer shaft.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, it's very nice to hit, it's very easy to hit.
So as a wood rating, I know it's difficult because we've only really gone 5 wood, but rating out of 5?
On the woods, I would have said 3.
Yeah, could be. And that's probably not so much the fitting, but just the woods in general.
That's right, yes.
Or would you say your wood game in general, is that?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so, because I know I can hit the 3 wood very well.
Yeah.
So it's not my...
Or your 3 wood very well.
This 3 wood that I've got here goes very well.
Yeah.
So it's not my game as such. It's
just didn't suit you at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't have a 5 wood in the bag at all.
Yeah.
I was because we talked about utilities and hybrids.
Yeah. Not a hybrid guy, are you?
I don't particularly like hybrids.
No.
So that's why we ended up with the 5 wood.
Right. Okay. Par 3, Mark. This is where we'll test your wedges out, I reckon.
Cheek. I mean, it's too far for a wedge. He's discussing, I'm not going to land on the green.
I'm talking about the 2nd and 3rd shots. Right, Mark, I'm not going to lie, I was totally guessed the yardage, and I don't know why, because we've both got yardage devices, but big fan of this runway we've got of the tee markers. I'll go first, because this video is not about me and it doesn't matter. Unless we have a hole in one, then I'll make it about me.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's fair, isn't it?
Fair enough. Unless it's my hole in one.
Then it'd be about you, yeah. Yeah, it'd definitely be about you, right.
Nice shot.
Chances?
Nice shot. Short?
Short, yeah. Short. Should we tell them about the 3-iron debacle? I mean, it was nice of them to send you an extra club, wasn't it?
I don't know, it wasn't quite so much of a debacle, but But obviously we went at the fitting. We talked about the hybrid and went for the 5-wood, and then for me the 4-iron is the next club in the bag, and we got it. However, when the clubs actually arrived, lo and behold the 3-iron was in the set of irons.
And you've actually used that in.
So what I've got is I've got a 3-iron and a 5-wood, both at 19 degrees.
And we did a video on this, so I'll link that in the corner now.
Yeah, but long and the short of it is that both of them go the same distance for me, but obviously the 5-wood is a higher, softer landing, and the 3-iron is a lower, penetrating flight, but the distance is the same. So winter, summer, you can choose. Wind, no wind, you can choose. So yeah, it's
handy to have. So basically, Mark, you treated like a tour pro.
What a shame I don't get paid the same.
Well, you would if you won.
I win every day of the week, James.
Yeah, absolutely. That's leaking, Mark. We'll test those wedges out. Yeah. Not your best one?
Sorry, yeah. And again, we know why, don't we?
So, if we were going to talk fitting process as a whole, I know it was a long time ago, is there anything you'd change with it? Anyone from Ping watches this video, not that they will, they might do, but...
Well, I suppose the actual fitting process itself, no.
Yeah.
I think the change that I would make was just the very fact that it was a full bag that we went for. So I was quite tired on the latter phase of the fitting, so it would have been much better to have a slot and do some fitting and then go and have some.
And that depends how far you're travelling as well. I guess if people are booking fittings at games where you went or anywhere, maybe stay overnight somewhere around there, have an iron fitting one day, a wood fitting the next day, and maybe
that's the one thing that I might have changed, because there may have been some difference then, because I would have been fresh in the latter stages. But that's the only thing.
Well, I can't quite believe my tee shot's that short, but it is. And then good of you to hit it over here on purpose, Mark, so we can test these wedges out.
I saw James's shot and I thought, I've got to do something to help him.
I think so, yeah. So wedges, I think, were you already gaming the glide wedges?
No, I wasn't. No.
Right.
No. I'd got some on that we were testing, looking at. So I had used them previously.
Yeah. Have you still got those?
Yes.
Well, I wonder where they were.
Yes, I still have those. I don't think where they are, but yes, I still have those. Yeah, so I had experienced them, but then we went for the fitting.
And we've got, if I zoom in here, we've got 56. I've got
the 56 and 60 in the bag, but I've also got a 52.
Okay. Is that out there for any particular reason, or?
Well, just purely because I grabbed clubs out of the back of.
Yeah, like we said, we're carrying only today, aren't we? So.
The other thing to actually say about the irons, of course, is that these are longer shafts.
Oh, we've not mentioned that. Yeah, because that was an interesting one, that the driver was shorter, yet the irons were longer.
These are, I think these were 3/4 of an inch longer.
Half an inch, I think, half an inch.
But they were definitely longer than standard shafts.
And that kind of just helped, brought on your ball striking a bit, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Mark, I know you're dancing around the subject, but you've got a chip shot to play. 56?
No.
Mark's fan club.
Sorry, what do you mean? Oh, it's Mark, because you were saying hello to James.
I didn't recognise you, so you're alright.
I'm good, thank you.
Yeah, can we put him under some pressure for this chip shot? Yeah, perfect. Perfect. This is what we want, Mark, isn't it? That.
So you need an audience, that's what it is.
Oh, that's a great shot.
That's a great shot.
Well done.
Yeah, there you go.
You just need Karen to walk around with you, Mark, I think.
I always do well when there's a lady with me.
I'll tell you what, Mark.
I'd say that's a perfect little chip.
Mark always performs in front of the women, don't you? Just check that out.
Really sad how well I play.
So Mark, if you were going to rate the wedges out of 5, not just because of that shot, because that'd obviously be a 6, but how would you rate the wedges?
The wedges I really like. It was really noticeable how much extra spin I got on.
You've actually not tried any other wedges since, have you? You've just...
No. The spin has been perfect for me, and it's allowed me to try and be more confident with the chipping shots. I know in earlier videos some of that hasn't come through necessarily, but it has enabled me to try and go much more for the pins.
Would you go black, or are you happy with the chrome? That's just a
it's just a you know, the chrome are playing perfectly well, so
yeah. So
I don't need to.
Out of 5?
Out of 5. Well, the wedges are definitely another 4.5.
4.5. So pretty much, if we were gonna, I mean, I'll have a go at 3 putting this, and then we'll. But I want a rating out of 5 for the whole bag. So think about that. But I'll give it your food score. Great, 3 that.
3 net 2 for 3 points. Just the worm out the way.
Well, Mark, I think we'll call that there. So that is a long-term. Well, that's a 4. But so that is a long-term review of a mid-handicap's opinion of a full-fitted ping bag.
Yeah.
If we were going to rate the whole bag, Mark, out of 5, I mean, they've all been 4s or 5s. What would it be?
Well, it's a damn good bag.
Yeah.
It's a damn good bag. I really like playing with them. So you know, as far as the clubs themselves are concerned, I've got to probably average it out at 4.5.
Yeah, I think
really?
that's a good shout. I think they've done what you wanted them to do with your game.
Absolutely, yes.
And that's all we can really ask
it's
for.
It's given me the confidence, and I know I can move on from where I am at the moment.
Yeah, with
using those clubs to start with, and then maybe let's see where I get to.
Very good. Well, Mark, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Very good. So, guys, also thank you for your time. If you have enjoyed that, just subscribe and
subscribe.
Yeah, all the above. If you want some rubbish merchandise with 4 left on it, then there's that as well. That's I've not hit a straight drive since I released them, so not on purpose as well.
Ask questions.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Apart from that, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.